Hi, in last video we have seen what are the operators in the Python. There have seen different types of operators like arithmetic operator, assignment operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, identity operator, and many more. And we have kept two types of operator, bitwise operator and the ternary operator as a pending. So in this video, I'm going to cover the Python control flow statement. And under the Python control flow statement, we have a three different category. First one we are going to see, which is decision making, and it is also called if else statement. So as per programming perspective, it is a very important concept. So I request you kindly watch this video very carefully, because this if else statement is a very useful and most commonly used statement in the any programming language, either it's a Python, Java, or C++. So in this particular video, I'm going to cover if else statement, which is come under the Python control flow. And this if else also called decision making statement. So I will first try to explain you the what is the meaning of else if else statement, and then we will write three programs. Here you can see I have written these three programs, which is we are going to be seeing this particular video. So what is the if else statement? In a simple word, what we can say, in the programming, if you want to run any block of statement, if any particular condition either true or false, at that time we should go for the if else statement. Again, I am repeating, what is the simplest meaning? In the any programming language, if you want to run any block of statement after checking some condition, so at that time you can go with the if else statement. So I hope most of the people get what I'm trying to say. And even if you're not getting what I'm trying to say, so don't worry. Once we will write the program, so we will get clear idea. So time being, keep in mind only the if else statement is the decision making statement, and based on some condition only the particular code will execute. So let me show you practical demo so you will get clear idea. 1 second. Let me copy this one and paste here, then Control A, then Control question mark to comment all the line. Yeah. So what is the if else? So as I already explained you, it is a decision making statement. For example, you have x equals to 10, and you want to, and the syntax to write the if, you type if, and for example you want to check some condition, and after that only you want to execute some statement. So you have initial variable x equals to 10, and for example you are checking if x is greater than a, then colon, and one more thing, let's take one more variable, a equals to, for example, 12, then enter. And one more very important thing I have not tell you right up to this point, indentation in a Python. So in another programming language, we are using the curly bracket to write something inside the particular function, method, or variable, or anything. But Python don't have such type of curly bracket. So in the Python, if you want to write any code, in particular under any class or any function or any predefined keys, so we have to use the indentation. indentation is nothing but the, for example, you can see this cursor is blinking here. So if you want to write any condition under the if only, the particular statement, so that the next statement should be start from here. It should not be start from here. So keep in mind. See, I have checked like if x is greater than a, I'm checking this condition. See, if I click on enter, so I always start with the, like I can either start with the f or I can either start with the x in below location. So this is called indentation. So the indentation is nothing but the we need to follow the proper space. That's it. So I have written if x is greater than a, then under the if condition I want to write one statement. Because of that only I have started from here only. No, I'm not starting from here. So if I'm writing any statement under the if, then I have to start from here, just below here. So for example, I want to print one statement, print x is, one second, x. Then if I want to write some general statement, so I need to write under the single quote or double quote. You can use any one, either double quote or single quote. So for example, in place of x, it will print 10. And here inside the single quote, I can write any general statement. So if x is greater than a, then what should be print? Like x is greater than a. That's it. Then come out. Now, this is I have written condition when x is greater than a. Then come out. If you want to come outside the particular if block, then you can see my cursor is here. So I have to write new statement from here. So if x is greater than a, print x is greater than a. If not, then what? So else. Then again colon. Then again enter. See, now I'm going to write the statement for the else statement. So as I told you, if I'm going to write any statement with respect to any another class, class, method, function, or any key, so I need to start writing under that particular statement. So else is the statement. So I'm writing under here. I'm not writing here. If I'm writing here, it means it is outside the else. If I'm writing here, it means it is under the else statement. So let me copy this one. Then print, and here let me write x is smaller than a. See, if x is greater than a, then it will print x is greater than a. If not, then it will come to the else statement. Then it will print x is smaller than a. So right now you can see here x is the 10 and a is the 12. So it will check first condition, like x is greater than a. No, x is the 10 and a is the 12. So the first condition is false. So if the first condition is not true, then it will check for another one, which is else statement. So see, there is only two scenario. Either x will be the greater than a or x will be the less than a, like that only. See, I know there may be there are different scenario also. It may be x is equal to the a, like that also it can be happen. But right now I'm only checking two condition, either less than or greater than. That's it. So that's it only. So it will first check whether if x is the greater than a. So we know x is not greater than a. So it will not execute this code. So it will execute directly this code. So let me run. See, it is showing value which is 10 and x is smaller than a, which is correct only. So what I'm trying to explain you, if you want to execute any block of statement at particular condition only, then you should go for the if else statement. I'm repeating again. See, what block of statement? See, whatever you have written inside the if condition or inside the else condition, these are nothing but the block of statement. So, what is the definition? If you want to execute any block of statement at some condition, some particular condition. What condition? So in this case, I have mentioned like if x is greater than a, then only execute this one. So here actually we are checking one condition only. If x is greater than a, else if it is not, then it will go to the else and print this statement. So in this particular statement and particular code, we are checking only for the one condition, which is x is the greater than a. Even if x is equals to a, then also it will print this statement. Why? Because we have checking only for this particular one statement. That's it. So this is called if else statement. If condition is a true, then execute this one. If condition is a not true, then execute this one. That's it, nothing else. That much easy this is. And it is a very commonly used. And the same concept we are applying in all the programming language. This if-else statement is a general concept which is available in all the programming language. So here what we can do, we can add one more condition. 1 second, I will show you that also. See why we need to add one more condition. Here you can see it is checking only one condition, if x is greater than a. So this symbol, this greater than symbol is nothing but the comparison operator. So if you remember in last video only we have seen different types of the operators. So this greater than symbols come under the comparison operator. So we can write this one like this also. Like we are checking two conditions at the same time. What two conditions we are checking? First, we are checking whether x is the greater than a or less or equals to a. So if it is now if I run, I will get different output. 1 second. See, here I have checked two conditions. What? First, I have checked whether x is the greater than a, and second, I have checked whether x is the equals to a. So yeah, x and a both are equal. So condition is a true, that then it is executing this one. It is not going for else statement. Why? It will always go to else statement only when the if statement will be false or not true. So in this particular scenario, what I have given condition, x is greater than or equals to a. So yeah, first condition it's false, but second condition is satisfying. It means it is a true only. So it is going to this particular statement and it is not going to the else part. So like that also we can do. And one more thing, here I have written x equals to 10. So one single equals to operator is nothing but the assignment operator. So because of that only, Python operators are very important. You have to understand the relation between the operators. So I'm repeating again, x equals to 10. Here we are using the assignment operator. And x is greater than equals to a. It means here we are using the comparison operator. We are comparing where it is greater than or equals to this kind of things. One more thing, we can here also type double equals to. It means you are checking only one condition. Single equals to, it means you are assigning one value to any variable. Double equals to meaning you are checking, comparing whether it is equals to that particular variable or not. So what you are checking whether x is equals to a. It means you are comparing whether x is equals to a. So in this case, yeah, x and a both are 10, 10. So this condition is a true. So at that time, it will print this statement. If I run, it will print this statement. And let me change the wording. 1 second. Let me run again. See. So I hope you get my point, what I'm trying to say. And one more thing. It is not like only if else. We can add a more if else block as per our requirement. First, what we have seen, write a program to find the biggest one from the given two number. So initially we have did for the two numbers. Then now I'm going to write the program for this one, for the three. Let me copy this one so you will get clear idea. 1 second. Let me remove this all things, paste here. Yeah. So what we need to do, we need to write a program to find the biggest one from the given three number. So for example, here they have mentioned three numbers. So I'm taking three variables. A equals to 12, then B equals to 20, then C equals to 30. That's it. Then, so right now I have taken three variables. So I'm repeating again. A equals to 12, B equals to 20, and C equals to 30. So this equals to is nothing but the assignment operator. If you remember, I have already explained this one, assignment operator. Then second thing, what I need to check, I need to find the largest among these three numbers or three variables. So for that, I have a if condition, if statement. So if first I will check A is greater than B. First I will check like that. Then colon. So if A is greater than B, then what I need to print? Then type enter. Then see whatever I need to type under the if statement, I'm writing here. I'm not writing here. I'm writing here. So for example, I want take one print statement. Print. What I want to print? I want to print. So what I'm checking, if, let me do one second. If A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, then what you need to print? Print A is greater than B. This one. If A is greater than B, then come outside, then check for the, then here see, we need to check one more condition. Else statement, keep in mind, else statement always execute when all the conditions are false. So in the if statement, we can check multiple conditions. It is not like we can check only one condition. So we, for example, you are checking an if condition like whether A is greater than B. So if it is a greater, then you will print A is greater than B. What if not, and you want to check one more condition, you not want simply print else part. Correct. So we have else if. Here also we can check the one condition, like second what we can check, B is greater than C, then colon. And here also I can print one statement, and I'm going to type inside the else statement. So I need to type from here, then paste. This is called indentation. Whatever space we are lefting here, this comes under the indentation. So if B is greater than C, then print B is greater than C. This is the third case. So first I will check if A is greater than B. So if not, then I'm checking whether B is greater than C. No. Then at last what we can say, C is the greatest element. So what we can print here, and I told you if all the conditions are false, then automatically else statement will be executed. So else, in else part, we no need to check any condition like this. We no need to do anything like this. And this operator is nothing but the comparison operator. We are doing comparison. So else part directly will be execute without checking any condition. If all the other condition are false, then it will print C is greater. No need to print this one because it is not good, not a correct statement. Because anyhow we want to only find greatest element. So see, so first what will happen? It will check A is greater than B. See, A is a 12, B is a 20. So you can say no, it is not a true. So it will check for here. It will check whether B is a greater than C. So again it will check B is a 20, C is the 30. So it will say no, B is not. So it will not go for this statement. So at last it means if A is not greater than B and B is not greater than C, then it means C is a greater element. So let me run. C is the greater element. So this is how if else statement is working. And one more thing, let me tell you, you can use more than one. If you want, you can use more than one time this else if statement. See, in any programming language, you are always going to use if statement one time and else statement one time. But this if else statement you can use multiple time as per your requirement. So I hope you are getting my point, what I'm trying to say. And we will write one more program so you will get clear idea. Write a program to check whether the given number is between 1 to 10 or not. So this one only, let me comment this entire thing. So the last program, we will see this one. 1 second. Write a program to check whether the given number is between 1 to 10 or not. So this is a very simple program. What we need to check here, we need to pass any number from the user and we have to check whether that number is between 1 to 10 or not. So we will show you how we can take the we can take the input from the user and we will compare that one. So let's start. So if you remember in built-in function video, I have already told you we have one built-in function in a Python which is input to take any number or any input from the user. So for example, X is the variable and to take any input from the user, we have an input function, which is I have already explained you in my built-in function video. Then here we can write any general statement. So for example, I'm entering enter your number. And if you remember in the typecasting video, I have told you input by default going to be take string value. So, but here I am going to enter the numbers. So I need to do typecasting. So this entire thing is nothing but comes under the string type. But I want in the input. So what I can do, I can type int, then bracket, and here also bracket. So these things. So here we have write int and these are the under the string. So automatic. So we are converting into the int. So this conversion is nothing but the type casting. If you are following my playlist, so you have clear idea what I'm trying to say. And one more thing, I will request you don't jump in middle of any videos. Always prefer my playlist from the starting because each and every point what I'm going to cover in my in each upcoming video. So I will try to explain. I will try to interlink all the topics which is I have already explained in my previous video. So like that only. So because of that only, I'm saying like that. Always follow the playlist from the beginning. So here we have the typecasting concept. So basically here we have seen three concept. First, x equals to this entire thing. This it means we are doing the assignment operator. This is x equals to is a assignment operator. So we are assigning this entire value to the x. X is the variable. Then second thing, input. Input is the inbuilt function provided by the Python to read or take any input from the user. So because of that only we have taken input. But in one of my video, I have already explained this input always going to be take by default string value. So in my case, I want integer because I want to perform some operation. So because of that only, I am converting that int string into the int. So I have written int here. So this conversion is nothing but comes under the typecasting. So these 3 points I have covered in one single line. So the next point, yeah. So the next I'm going to check if x is greater than equals to 1, greater than equals to 1, and see here I'm using and x, sorry, x is less than equals to 10 and colon. What I'm doing, I'm checking two condition, or you cannot see two condition. I'm checking multiple condition. Let me show you how. First, I'm checking x is greater than 1. That is a one condition. Second, here only I have written equals to also. It means at the same time I'm checking whether x is equals to 1. So the here only I have checked two conditions. First, I have checked whether x is the greater than 1. And second, in the same place, I have checked whether x is equals to 1. Then here I have written and. So this and is comes under the logical operator. If you remember, I have already explained you in detail what is the logical operator in my operator videos. So the and is comes under the operators, and very important thing, and will return true only if both the side of the value left and right side of the value of the and will true. At that time only and will return true, and it will return true. It means at that time only it will execute the particular statement which is written inside the if statement. So again, I have I am checking x is less than equals to 10. It means here also I am checking two conditions. First, I am checking whether x is less than 10, and second condition I am checking whether x is a greater equals to 10. So here also I am checking two conditions. And this greater than and equals to, less than and equals to is nothing but the comparison operator. Why I am repeating these things and this terminology again and again? You have to understand what we have learned in the last video, which is operator. So what is the use of that operators, where we can use that operators to, because of that only I'm repeating again and again, like this is the assignment operator, this is the comparison operator. So based on that only you can relate. Oh yeah, we have read this one, we have learned this topic in previous video. So what is the purpose of that particular operators, where we can use that operator? So if always you are going to use that operator, so you have to keep in mind that things, oh, this is the relational operator, this is the comparison operator, arithmetic operator, like that. So because of that only, then enter. Then again, I want to write some statement for the if. So because of that only, I'm writing from here. I'm not writing from here. If I write from here, it means I'm outside the if statement. But I want to write some statement under the if. So because of that only, I have to start from here. So if x is greater than equals to n and x is the less than equals to 10, it means whatever number we have given inside the x, it's something between 1 to 10. So at that time, print, for example, you want to print that particular number also, so then type x. Then after that, if you want to print any general statement, so inside the single quote, you can either take the single quote or double quote, it will not affect anything. both are correct only. So here you can write any general statement. For example, I can type yes, x is in between, between 1 to 10, like that. Then enter, come outside the if statement. If statement is if this line is not correct, then it will go to the else part. So type else, and in else we no need to check any condition. Simply come here and print any statement, like 1 second, print. Then here you can print anything. So you can print like no x is not in 1 to 10, like that. Then click on run. It asking enter your number. For example, I'm entering 5. Then again click on run. So it's showing yes, x is in between 1 to 10. See here, whatever number I have entered, it's very attached to the message what I have written here. So if you want to add some space inside the quotes, you can add space. Let me run again. See, like that you can add space. And yes, 5 is the number which is between the 1 to 10. So it's printing yes, x is between the 1 to 10. Let me give some another number, for example 50, then run. See, x is not in 1 to 10. If you want to print x here also, you can type x, then comma to separate, then run again. See, we have entered number 50, so it's printing no, x is not in 1 to 10. This was the third problem, where we can see how we can use the if-else statement. And I will show you one more problem. So there you will get more clear idea, like where I will show you how we can use the multiple if-else statement. Let me comment this one. So the next, basically I want to write one program where if I'm entering any number between 1 to 10, or 1 to 10, so it should return the words in words. It will show you like what. For example, let me first write this statement. 1 second. So this is the statement. Write a program to print whatever numbers we are giving. For example, if I'm giving number 1, so it should print ONE 1, like that. For example, I'm giving number 2, so it should print TWO2, like that. It has to be print. So let's see how we can do. And one more thing I have forgot to tell you. A person who have already learned in another programming language, so there they have a switch statement, switch cases. But in a Python does not support switch case. So even if you want to achieve the functionality like the switch case, you have to go with the if-else statement only. That is the one bad things, but we cannot do anything. So keep in mind, switch statement is not supporting in Python. It is supporting in another programming language like a C++ and Java. So let's forget about that part and come to our problem statement. So yeah, for example, first I need to take one variable to read the user input. So for that, if you see, we have already written this one. So let me copy the same one, print here. I have already explained you what is the meaning of these things. Then come below. Then what I want to do, first type if x equals to, see, why I'm taking 2 equals to, I'm not going to compare less than or any greater than. I want exact number. So if you want to compare anything, for that we have to use double equals to operator, which is comparison operator. So what I'm checking, if x equals to 1 colon come down, then here I want to print 1 like that, come outside. Then else if x equals to 2, then what I want to print 2 here in place of 1, 2. Then again copy this one and paste, paste, paste. And 1 second, thin, so whether I can see. I think this one is good only, no? Let you work in this only, yeah. It is looking good. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let up to 6 only. Let me change the statement because it will more lengthy if I 1 to 6 only I have written. No, yeah, correct only. So, yeah, 6. And at last I want, if all the conditions are false, so what he has to print? It has to print else. Here I can display any message for that print. What I can show, like please PLEASE, please enter number in between 1 to 6, like that. And here it should be 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, like that. And this one it means 2, then what? That's it. So I think we are good to go. See what we have did. First, try to understand the problem statement. Write a program to print in words whatever number we are giving in range of 1 to 6. See, range of 1 to 6. So first I need the number. So to take the number from the user, we have written this one. We have used this input built-in function provided by the Python to take the input. So as I already told you, this input always going to be take default as a string. So we are comparing the string is not return our correct result what we want. So we are converting that input to that string format to int. So because of that only we have written int. So this conversion is nothing but the typecasting, and we have assigned this all the things to the x variable. So this equals to is used to assign the things. Then next we have checked whether this x, whatever value we have given for the x, is equals to 1. So here we are using double equals to. In programming language, if you want to compare any two value, at that time we can use double equals to. This double equals to comes under the comparison operator, like that we have did for the all. So let me run. Here, yeah, so he's asking enter your number. So for example, I'm giving 4, then run. See, it's printing 4. Let me give 5, then click on run. See, 5. And let me give something out of 6, for example 50. See, and enter your number, please. Sorry, from here let me add here one colon so it will clear idea. Run again. See, please enter number in between 1 to 6. So this is how the if else statement work we have seen, I think, as per my understanding, we have seen all the different cases where we can use the if and else, and we have seen how we can use these things also. Like I have already told you, we can use if statement only once and else statement only once. But this ELIF, it's called else if statement. This ELIF is called else if statement. So this else if statement we can use multiple time as per our requirement. So I'm repeating again, this if statement we can use only once and this else statement we can use only once, but this else if statement we can use as many as as many as we want. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe my channel. Yeah, bye.